Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel. This year, we gathered to celebrate an extraordinary milestone in American history, the 250th birthday of the United States of America. A quarter of a millennium ago, July 4th, 1776, 56 courageous men signed a declaration that changed the world. They declared that all people are created equal and are endowed with certain unalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The journey that followed wasn't perfect. It was marked by triumphs and tragedies. There were victories and setbacks, and a lot of courageous sacrifice. Through every challenge, America kept striving toward the ideals from which we were founded. This year, we honor this remarkable journey. The story begins in colonial America. For generations, settlers built communities along the Atlantic coastline. They farmed the land, established businesses, worshipped freely, and developed a spirit of independence. As tensions with Great Britain grew, many colonists believed that their rights as Englishmen were being ignored. Events such as the Boston Massacre and the Boston Tea Party intensified calls for self-government. Then came July 4th, 1776. The Continental Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence, announcing to the world that the 13 colonies were now free and independent states. The years that followed tested the young nation. American soldiers endured unimaginable hardships. During the winter at Valley Forge, many lacked proper clothing and food, and many died. Yet, they persevered. Against overwhelming odds, the colonies won the Revolutionary War. In 1783, the Treaty of Paris officially recognized American independence. Soon afterward, the Constitution was written and ratified, creating one of the world's most enduring systems of self-government. In 1789, George Washington became the first elected president of the United States. The American experiment had begun. Our young nation expanded rapidly. New states joined the Union. Roads, canals, and later railroads connected distant regions together. Farmers cultivated vast lands, and entrepreneurs built businesses, and inventors transformed everyday life. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 actually doubled the size of our nation. Lewis and Clark at the time were exploring the Western territories, which were opening new chapters in American exploration. The War of 1812 demonstrated that the United States would defend its independence. America's economy grew dramatically during the Industrial Revolution. Innovations such as the cotton gin, steamboat, telegraph, and mechanical manufacturing changed our nation forever. Yet, the era also revealed one of America's greatest contradictions. While the nation proclaimed liberty, millions of African Americans remained enslaved. Slavery became the defining moral and political challenge of the 19th century. Many Americans fought courageously against the injustices through abolition movements and speeches, publications, and activism. The nation grew stronger economically, but the issue of slavery threatened to tear it apart. The Civil War divided families, communities, and states. More than 600,000 Americans lost their lives. President Abraham Lincoln led the nation through this devastating conflict while emphasizing the principles of liberty and equality. In 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation declared freedom for enslaved peoples in Confederate territories. 2 years later, the Union was preserved. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery throughout the United States. The Civil War remains a powerful reminder that America's greatest struggles have often struggled for the United States to live up to its founding ideals. The nation ended up wounded but united, determined to work toward liberty and freedom. Hey folks, just wanted to take a moment to thank you in advance for watching the video and for subscribing to the channel. Just also want to let you know that Gomillion Zone also has books on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com, search Gomillion Zone Books or Gomillion Zone Word Search. You'll find word searches, camping logs, and journals. And most recently, I did America's 250th birthday word search puzzle. So go ahead and check it out. I appreciate it if you do. It certainly helps the channel and we appreciate you. The late 19th century witnessed extraordinary growth. Railroads connected the continent, cities expanded rapidly, millions of immigrants arrived seeking opportunity and freedom. American inventors changed the world. Thomas Edison helped bring electric light to homes and businesses, and Alexander Graham Bell introduced the telephone. American industry became a global force. At the same time, many workers faced difficult conditions. There were labor disputes, economic hardships, and social inequities that challenged the nation. Yet, Americans continued pursuing progress. Then, in 1917, the United States entered World War I. American troops helped secure victory for the Allies and demonstrated America's growing role on the world stage. The 20th century brought both prosperity and hardship. The Roaring '20s saw economic growth and cultural innovation. But then came the Great Depression. Millions lost jobs, homes, and savings. Families endured extraordinary difficulties, yet Americans displayed resilience. Communities supported one another and businesses rebuilt. Workers adapted and other challenges emerged. World War II became one of the most significant conflicts in human history. Following the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, Americans united. Soldiers fought across Europe, Africa, and the Pacific. Factories produced ships, aircrafts, and equipment at unprecedented levels. American courage and innovation and industrial strength helped defeat Nazi Germany in an imperial Japan. The sacrifices of the greatest generation helped preserve freedom for millions around the world. After World War II, America entered a period of remarkable growth. The economy expanded, the interstate highway system connected the nation, and homeownership increased. Higher education became accessible to more Americans. The United States also emerged as a leader in science and technology. And then the space race inspired the world. In 1969, American astronauts landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong's first steps on the lunar surface represented one of humanity's greatest achievements. Yet, America continued confronting unfinished business at home. Despite legal freedom, many citizens still faced discrimination. The civil rights movement challenged segregation and inequality. Such leaders as Martin Luther King Jr. inspired Americans to pursue justice through peaceful action. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 marked historic progress. America's story once again demonstrated its capacity for self-correction and renewal. Meanwhile, during the Cold War, the United States stood as a leading defender of democratic ideals. The eventual collapse of the Soviet Union marked a significant moment in global struggle between freedom and authoritarianism. The decades that followed brought rapid technological change. The internet changed communication, businesses, and entertainment. American companies led many of the world's most important technological innovations. The nation also faced new challenges. A terrorist attack on September 11th of 2001 shocked the world. Americans responded with courage, unity, and determination. First responders, military personnel, and ordinary citizens displayed exemplary heroism. The nation continued to adapt and change economic conditions, global competition, natural disasters, public health challenges, and throughout these years, Americans remained innovators and problem solvers. From advances in medicine to agriculture, the breakthroughs in computing and space exploration, SpaceX, the United States continued contributing to the human progress. As we celebrate 250 years, consider what America has accomplished. The United States has established one of the world's longest established constitutional republics and became a beacon for immigrants seeking opportunity. We pioneered technological innovations and transformed daily life. We helped defeat tyranny in multiple global conflicts and expanded civil rights and the individual freedoms over time. It produced extraordinary achievements in science, medicine, agriculture, literature, music, sports, and exploration. After all, landing humans on the moon. We've helped develop life-saving medical technologies, foster entrepreneurship and economic growth and entrepreneurship at an unprecedented scale. And most importantly, we demonstrated that a free people can govern themselves. To celebrate America honestly, we must also acknowledge our struggles. Our history included some things that were not so pretty. And with those things, periods of injustice, we've experienced war, conflict, and national tragedy. But America's greatness is not found in perfection. America's greatness is found in our willingness to confront problems, learn from our mistakes, and strive for something better. Generation after generation has worked to expand liberty, strengthen communities, and improve our nation. The American story is one of continual progress toward the ideals stated in 1776. Today, we stand at a remarkable point in history. For 250 years, Americans have crossed frontiers, built communities, defended freedoms, and had advanced knowledge and pursued opportunity. The responsibility now belongs to us. What kind of America will we leave for future generations? Will we continue to value freedom, personal responsibility, faith, family, service, and opportunity for our country? Will we preserve the Constitution and the principles that have guided our nation for 2.5 centuries? The answer depends on each of us. And as we celebrate America's semi-quincentennial birthday, let us remember that sacrifices are what made our nation possible. Let us honor those who came before us and be grateful for the blessings of liberty, and let us confidently look toward the future. Happy 250th birthday, America. May God bless all of you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.